watched Karen Cavitt's video of Harry Potter memories and I thought I'd do one. So when I was in 6th grade, my sister was in 4th grade, her two best friends, Erin and I think her name was like Jessica or something like that, they were like, you guys need to read this book, like the books, and I think there were like 3 at the time. And so we were on vacation one time, I think we were in Virginia or something like that, and my sister went up to me and she was like, she was holding Sorcerer's Stone and she was like, we need to convince Mom to let us read this. And so after a little bit of like talking to her, Mom was like, I don't know, because it's got, you know, witchcraft or whatever. And she was like, okay, we'll buy this, but I'm going to read it with you, just because, you know, I think that's a good idea to do, just because, like, she was like, I don't know what exactly this book is going to pertain, and so let us do this together. And also, it just became a family thing for us to read all the books, not together all the time, but like, once we got to the 4th book, it was like, okay, read it on your own, but it was interesting to just be able to read the books all together, me, my sister, and my mom. My dad's not into Harry Potter, my brother's definitely not into Harry Potter. I made him watch the 5th movie with me before the 6th one came out. That was pretty funny. As far as the Wizard Rock goes, my sister and her friend Joanna were the ones that got me into that. They were like, listen to Harry and the Potters, and through MySpace, this is kind of like what Karen was saying, that she would just go through and find other bands, and that was what it was for me. I went and found Moaning Myrtles, which I adore. I love them so much. Let's see what else. A little bit of Parcel Mouths. I thought they were hilarious. I don't know, I think I listened to Remus Lupin's, duh. And definitely Whomping Willows. I enjoyed his stuff a lot, and I kept up with his stuff, and what is it called? Big Whompy, his like rap album, I guess you could say. That's just like one of my favorite Wizard Rock albums. Just, yeah. For the midnight releases of the books, I went to one that was Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and for the movies, that was actually the last one that I saw at midnight in the theaters, and I waited like 4 hours at least to, like, in line, and me and my friend Brian and some of his other friends were there, and we just went and watched it, and it was great. And yeah, I got home at like, you know, 3 a.m. because the fire alarm went off during the movie, and so they stopped it, and they had to like, not really start it over again, but they had to like bring it back up or whatever it was. But it was just kind of like funny to be there. As far as online fandom stuff, I was sort of into Leaky. That was like the one site that I went to for my Harry Potter news. Nothing else. I was just like very big on, you know, Leaky Cauldron, and that is where it's all at. I wasn't into the forums at all. I'm not a big forum person, but like as far as the news went and like the blog posts and stuff like that, I really enjoyed those. Every now and then I listen to Pottercast. At one point I listened to them like 5 in a row, and then like for some reason I just don't keep up with stuff very well. I think there was a time when I just wasn't into Harry Potter. Like, not that I was like not into it, but it was just like a lull or whatever you want to call it, where I was just like, Harry Potter, it's okay. But then I found YouTube and the awesome people on there, like the 5 Awesome Girls, who, like, it took me several months to figure out that 2 of them were in Wizard Rock bands. And I'm trying to think of who else that I watched that was like Harry Potter fans that I really enjoyed, but they were pretty much like the ones that like got me back into like actually like paying attention to the fandom and like actually liking to talk about Harry Potter and stuff like that, because I didn't really know too many people in real life that were like, hey, let's talk about Harry Potter and stuff. They were just kind of like, oh, so Harry Potter, I like it, cool. I've never been to any Harry Potter conferences. I always mean to like save up money for them, and then like VidCon happens and like all these other cool experiences happen in my life. But we're still like really good Harry Potter fans, and she and I are like, we have to go see the last movie together sometime or another. Just figure it out, let's do it. And this past Friday I watched the London premiere and definitely cried a couple of times when I was just like, okay, this is one of the last times that we'll see these people together. Like, not together, but like, you know how British actors, they'll always like come back and do movies together, but at the same time it's just like, you know, this is the last time we'll see, you know, Joe and Emma and Dan and Rupert and all these people like together at the same place at the same time. But yeah, it's just like, kind of like how Karen said, it's just kind of like a closing of a chapter and beginning a new one, and it's just like, yeah, there's Pottermore and all this other stuff, but it's cool to be able to be like, you know, this is the last time that a whole bunch of people will be like, oh my gosh, Harry Potter. And yeah, like, you know, there's some people who are like, oh, the fandom's gonna die down and stuff like that, and it's just like, okay, whatever, but I'll still always enjoy these books for what they are, and, yeah, so that is that. I think this is definitely long enough, and so, have a great day. See you later.